Welcome back, happy fabricators. In this video we're going to go over 5 things welders can do to prevent and or minimize neck pain. Okay, so the 5 things we're going to go over today is a culmination of things that I've learned over the years. In no way is this medical advice. These are just things that I've learned over the years or other professionals have taught me. Okay, number 1. So obviously God didn't make us with a big old helmet that's cantilevered over our head that we wear for hours on end some days. So our helmet is going to be the first and foremost thing that you want to consider to minimize the chance of having neck pain. So what I like to look for is comfortable, good tight-fitting headgear and lightweight. I've found that this is my favorite helmet on a budget. I've not tested every helmet out there, but I've worn a lot of different helmets, and so far this is the one that I prefer the most. It's the Jackson Insight. It is under $150. It used to be less than that. And this thing comes in at right around 550 grams, which is pretty light. It's a lot lighter than most of the Miller helmets that I've used, or some of the Lincoln ones even. The other thing I like about this helmet is it's very pliable, kind of squishy, so it allows you, if you got to get your head in a tight spot, it kind of conforms a little bit and will allow you to position your head in a better way so that you're not contorting your neck necessarily. Okay, so tip number 2 has to do with how you wear your helmet. One thing that I've learned over the years is the closer you get your nose to the lens of your helmet, the more your neck will like you. And the reason being is that widens your field of view. So I'll show you what I mean real quick. Okay, so let's just say that this hole in this box is our welding lens. The further away that our nose is from this lens, the smaller our field of view is. So you can see my welding helmet there, but what we really need to weld is, let's just say, that tape measure over there. If your nose is closer to this lens, all of a sudden that tape measure comes into your field of view, and you are not taking and tilting your neck or contorting it to get whatever your weld is in that field of view, and potentially not put your neck in a bind or a position that could affect you long term. And that's another reason I really like this helmet, is it has a tilting adjustment on the headgear that allows you to adjust the downstop and allows you to get that helmet right up close to your nose. I like to get as close as I can without fogging up the lens, and my nose is basically touching the lens. But I've just found long term that that really minimizes the chance that my neck gets locked up, because I have a larger field of view. I'm less likely to get in a weird position to be able to see the weld that I need to weld. Okay, so tip number 3, stop flipping your helmet down if all possible. Having this cantilevered weight on your helmet, I know it looks cool. I know sometimes if you've got a solid lens, you got to do it. But if all possible, put your torch lead, your stick where you need to put it, and reach up and pull your helmet down. The more you can get into that practice, the less likely that you're going to have a long-term effect or fatigue your neck. Even though this helmet only weighs 550 grams, doing that a couple hundred times a day is not good on your neck. Okay, tip number 4. Don't be ashamed to use cheater glasses or cheaters in your helmet. The better you can see, the less likely you're going to have to adjust your neck and your body and contort into a weird position to be able to see and make that good weld. I have really good eyesight, and I still keep a set of magnification glasses in my toolbox at work, so that if there's a weld that I have to like extend my arms really far, and to avoid stretching my neck or whatever, I can throw those glasses on and get that magnification enough that I don't have to contort my neck into a detrimental position. Okay, tip number 5. Now don't bounce on me after this one. I got one more bonus tip after this for you guys. Tip number 5 is adjust your seat position down lower. Now this isn't going to affect all welders. Now this mostly has to do with people who are TIG welding at a desk or a bench hours at a time. What I've found, and what my mentors have taught me, is if you have to weld for hours on end at a bench, best positioning is nipples to the top of the table. So lower that seat down. It's a little different to get used to at first, but if you can get your chest almost in line with the top of the table, your arms are resting straight out, and you are not up over your workpiece with your neck keeled over trying to see your work. If your chest to the table, you are almost looking straight across at your work. You're not tilted down, and then you can position yourself however you're doing those welds. Sometimes I'm standing and hanging off things while I'm welding, but sometimes I gotta sit down at the desk and weld for 3 or 4 hours straight. And if I can get that seat lower down, that's the best position. That's gonna save you a lot of pain and fatigue down the road. And our bonus tip for today is take your wallet out of your pocket. If you get that thing out of your back pocket, both cheeks are sitting on the chair the way God intended it, and it's much better on your neck and your back as well. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support the channel's been getting. We're almost up to 10,000 subscribers, so keep those clicking. If you guys want to see more fabrication content, click some of the links that are going to pop up over here. If you want to be notified of upcoming videos, hit the subscribe button. Stay safe and go build something, guys.